So hi friends, hi, how are you? It's going to be a very interesting finals today between Rafael Nadal and Stefano Tsitsipas, at the Barcelona Open, of ATP 500 tournament. And right from the start, I kind of felt that Nadal versus Stefanos would be a ideal final match right at the start of the tournament, and it's turned out to be like that. And I don't think that we can expect any better final than Nadal versus Stefanos, because both of their game is absolutely on top right now. No, nothing needs to be said about Nadal basically, because he is the king of clay. You can see his records, you can see his titles. Yes, I agree that his current form has been a little wavy, especially in Monte Carlo, where he lost a winnable match against Rublev. But credit to Rublev that Rublev played really well. His forehands was absolutely on top, in the Monte Carlo tournament, and his backhands were really opening up the courts, and he was killing it with the forehand. With the kind of accuracy, the speed variations which he had. So yeah, that match was a really interesting match. Quarterfinals between Nadal and Rublev at the Monte Carlo. And Nadal was kind of in the Monte Carlo tournament, was finding his groove still. No, his forehands were, he was giving like many defensive lobs, mm, and his forehands were not as sharp as it generally used to be. But I think it was more maybe because of some lingering injuries after the Australian Open, or maybe the COVID season, which kind of many players didn't, the lack of match practice for not playing this hardcore season. Many players, including like Nadal, Djokovic, didn't play a lot of matches before coming into the clay court season. So maybe that kind of lack of match practice could have been one point. Suddenly after two and a half months gap, you're coming into the clay court, and it's a demanding surface. Although you might be a very great player, but still to find the groove, to find the proper range of shots could have taken some time. So and obviously Rublev is a very good player, a very upcoming player. So so that's why I feel that it was just a bad day at office for Nadal. But coming into the Barcelona tournament, I think he really has improved a lot. Initially it was a little shaky, with especially in the starting matches against Ivashka, and with Nishikori also, it was a pretty tight match. But then the match with the Pablo Carreno Busta was really dominating performance by Rafa. So that his forehand is coming into shape, and his backhand, and obviously his amazing skills of retrieving balls from the back of court, and chasing down some amazing winners from amazingly impossible situations. The opponent feels like he has won the point, but right from nowhere you'll find Nadal just rolling up his forehand, and then the ball is just falling inside the court. So yeah, we could see the glimpses of that kind of devastating Nadal, who has won 13 French Opens. Glimpses of that versus Pablo Carreno Busta in the semi-final. So it is very good for the tennis, that Nadal is starting to find his groove, and groove back, and he's reached finals again, once again in Barcelona. He's been a bunch of titles before, more than 10 titles, around something around 11 titles he has won. So it's really interesting to see. And I think Stefanos is an ideal contender, and to break through. And clay is one of I think it is his favorite surface. He himself has said in one of his interviews before that clay is his favorite surface. And and it shows, last time also I see in Roland Garros 2020, the kind of match he played against Djokovic was really really amazing. He just broke down Djokovic in that semi-finals of Roland Garros 2020, where Djokovic was kind of going up, but then Stefanos was like, just he came from two sets to low down, and he really made Djokovic work for every point, and he showed that intent, he showed that attitude, and the game on clay, and really Djokovic had a like a monstrous struggle against Stas in the 2020 Roland Garros semi-finals, and I attribute that as one of the key reasons for just Djokovic being swept away by Nadal in the last year Roland Garros, because he kind of just grilled 5 sets against Justice as so that was that one extreme grueling cost him Roland Garros. It's not definitely I felt that Roland Garros 2020 final between Nadal and Djokovic could have been a much closer, much interesting contest. But this has Stefanos this has completely took this team away from Djokovic by such a grueling 5 setter match which happened in the semi-finals, and I think he's taken less it to a next level this season, Stefanos, because the way right from the start, the way he's playing in the clay courts, no he's showing he's having the game, he's having the intent, and he's having the attitude to really succeed. And if you see his game, this is Stefanos Tsitsipas game on clay court. He's using a lot of spin. His backhands are pretty accurate, and he's really opening up the backhand. He's giving a proper angle with his backhand. Just in the line in the other part of the court. So the opponent is the opponent is playing against Stefanos. He's going and is trying to retrieve the ball back, and by the time he's in the position to kill it with the forehand, his angles are pretty accurate. In the inside box is giving proper topspin backhands, and then the opponent is rushing and somehow trying to retrieve, and the whole court at the other part is open, and he's just killing it with a proper forehand. So he's really kind of sometimes is when the opponent serves, he's staying behind the court and is kind of retrieving balls, and is open and it's opening up the court well even during the rallies. He's going for the lines, and is getting and he's able to hit the lines properly. So he's hitting a forehand down the line, and then when the opponent gives the ball back, then he has the whole court to maneuver. So he's giving good cross court forehands, he's giving good cross court backhands, and his service also seems to be really really amazing. And more than everything else, he has that kind of attitude. He has the kind of an intent, and that burning desire to break, and physically also I think Stefanos seems to be very very fit. His body shape, and his fitness is really really amazing. So I feel like I think this is a poised match, though this has to be one of a very interesting matches today. The King of Clay, with his vast amount of experience and titles and legacy. But yes, physically, I feel like he's a little worn down, and fully not at his best. But and against a guy who's 22 years of age, Stefanos Tsitsipas, 22 years of age, amazing fitness, an amazing attitude, an amazing game which is showing on the clay court. It seems to be like a very very interesting combination which is going to take place today in the finals, and it's going to be a very very interesting match. And I think I'll give this to three tight sets, and Stefanos Tsitsipas would emerge out as the winner, because I feel like that youth factor, that X factor which he has based on his youth and his physical fitness and his burning desire to break through this time in the, especially the French Open, he expresses desire to break through, and and he's going the right direction. So I feel like that that X factor, that extra desire which he has to break through, would be the differentiating factor between Nadal and Stefanos this time. Although Nadal is playing really good, and he's finding his groove, but I feel like Stefanos is a notch higher in with respect to physical fitness. His game is right there, and he has that extra little burning desire to succeed and break through. So I think it would be three tight sets, but you know Stefanos Tsitsipas will emerge out as the winner of ATP Barcelona. Thank you.